Hey Pete,
Hey Richard.
what day is it today?
Monday.
What are we doing today?
Drinking beer and kissing girls?
Is that what we're doing?
No.
What are we doing here? There's no girls here and there's no beer here.
We can pretend
Okay.
they are here.
Whilst we drink beer?
So we're gonna attach more OSB on the roof.
Okay.
It's a bit nippy.
It is.
It was frosty, around -2. So we need to go back and do some work to warm ourselves up.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm going.
Okay. See you later. I'm gonna just sit and watch you do it then.
I need some help. I can't do it on my own.
Come on then.
It's too complicated.
Yeah, it's too complicated. Come on, let's go. 1996. 1996. Here we go. La la la. La la la.
That's the far end, yeah?
I'm with you. I'm not against you. All right, you clamp up that end.
Oh,
The clamp won't reach here.
just to
Yeah.
make them.
Oh my God, that's such a good idea. That's two good ideas.
Oh
my God.
I'm on fire.
I don't know. Be careful. I don't want your brain overheating.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Second day of the first week. How you doing, Pete?
Excellent. Bit nippy. Lots of fog today.
It is. Look at this. Look at this. Yesterday was foggy, but not quite as bad as this, was it?
Yeah. It's really foggy. Moist.
Damp.
Damp. That's cold. Yeah. Pretty cold right now.
We haven't had our cup of tea yet, have we?
Yeah, I definitely gonna enjoy it. Warm tea.
Warm
Cheers,
tea.
guys.
There we go. Right. If it goes well today, we're going to have the rest of the OSB on. So we've done it in 2 days, which officially makes us the A team, I reckon. Definitely not the B team. Anyway, Pete's eating a pan of chocolat right now. It's gone quite French since he's been there. Hasn't taken long. Soon you're going to wear your hat on the side like a beret.
Oh yeah, we can do it right now. Let's see. Let's see. Just like.
There you go.
No, Gregory. Is that the correct way of pronouncing?
Je ne regrette.
Je ne Gregory.
Je ne regrette rien. Right.
I need some wine. Maybe then my tongue's gonna be released in the muscles and I can twist it correctly.
Your tongue needs to go. Right, okay, we're gonna have a cup of tea and then we are gonna try and get this done today, which would be amazing. We are working at a friend's place tomorrow to help them out just up the road. So, yeah, that's it. Cue the music now. Tell everyone what you're doing right now, Pete.
Struggling. It's just too complicated for me. Well, we're fixing OSB to the metal structure with a self-driving screws.
Yeah. So what Pete's doing right now is putting one in this corner here.
Oh, you meant that.
And then what that allows us to do is to move this, hinge it essentially on that screw. That's the idea, isn't it, Pete?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Look, as we come on down,
Pivoting.
push it on down. It just needs closing up just a tiny, tiny little bit. But this is the problem that we've been finding with this OSB. You can be dead tight all the way up and then you get variances. So this will take as a win and we will screw and fix it from here. like Pete appears out of the sunshine like a man mountain. Hey Pete.
Hello, Rich. Hello, everybody. Good morning.
What are we doing today?
Another day, another sheets of fly on the roof. So fingers crossed, there is two sheets left.
Yeah.
And that's first layer done.
Yeah.
And another, I don't know. It's up to the Richard.
Yeah. Just for everyone at home, he's saying sheets. Okay, he's not.
Sheets. Did I just shit?
He's definitely saying sheets, but
Sheets.
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 Let's go and do something. Come on, let's do it. I've taken the liberty of cutting what I think is the right angle on there, so maybe this it might just go in just the way it is. Maybe that'd be nice, wouldn't it? The last one, no struggle. Yep, she's mine. How does that look if I pull that down?
God blimey, mate.
Bad.
20. Whoa.
I cut it the wrong way.
20 millimeters off.
I must have cut it the wrong side then.
Too complicated. Sorry, you've got a hand there.
Come hand underneath it.
Sorry, mate.
It's okay.
Noticed.
It's all right. I hit you yesterday, and you got your own back by screwing a screw into my shoulder, and now you've hurt my finger. So now it's Richie's turn to be in deficit.
Watch yourself, Pete. There is axe flying around. I got it. It's alright, don't worry, it's mine.
Okay, it's done, which is good. Next we take a chalk line and we flick it so we find the center of these angles, the angles that we've just screwed all this OSB to. And then after that, we are gonna take, where are the bolts, Pete? There we go. That's it. That's a nice bent one. I'm gonna put you guys down. We're gonna show you what we're gonna do. So we are going to drill down through here. Then we are going to take this bolt, or two of these bolts. We're going to drop them into two of these brackets. They are going to go down. These brackets are going to be bolted to here. And then we're going to put timbers here. And the distance between here and the top of the timber is going to be 240 millimeters. And that 240 millimeters happens to be the total thickness of the insulation that we're going to be putting in. After we've done that, there's going to be a vapor. Oh, so I forgot one thing. After we've made these holes, we're going to put a vapor control layer over all of this OSB. Then we're going to fit these down. After we've put the insulation in and we've put our timbers in, we're then going to put the roof screen, the breathable membrane on top of that. After that, we're then going to take some battens and counter batten, which basically means they run perpendicular to the long wall. And then we will put normal battens through, and then the curved roof sheets will then sit on top of that. That's it, Pete, isn't it?
That's correct.
That's it. Just
Easy peasy.
I don't know, a day's work.
If we're gonna hurry up, by 4 o'clock, we're gonna hit the pub.
Let's get on and do it, come on. I'm gonna pull it tight, all right? Not a sausage on here. It's out of chalk. Hey babe, what do you
Hello.
think?
I can't believe it. I can't believe you've got so much done in this week. It's insane. I love it.
Ah,
I can see us getting in there soon, so that's good. It's exciting.
do you want to go up?
Yes, please. Wowzers. It's so weird. It just kind of makes me think someday we'll come up here and it'll be the bedrooms.
Yeah.
It really feels real now.
And this is the ceiling, right? So
Yeah, it's
this is what we'll
massive.
see.
It's really high. Feels really open. It's good.
Yeah.
It's happening. Love it.
So I'll show you guys at home what we have to do. These are the screws that came down. I had two choices. Either kind of put some timber in here for these screws to go into, or just come through here and then we're going to basically cut these off here and then get a little welder and just go bzzzt and weld each one on, a little tiny blob of weld. And yeah, I think the look of it will be better eventually, rather than having bits of timber in here, because I would have had to have like planed the timber down and like rounded the edges, you know, so you didn't have like a harder edge and things like that. So it looks a little bit, you know, tricky at the minute, but long term it will look better. But this is it. This is what the ceiling is going to look like all the way through.
I love it. It looks so good.
Yeah. Not too bad, eh?
It's a good choice. We made the right choice, I think.
Yeah, well, we were forced into it with the cost of the spray foam insulation, because
True.
it was just too much money. Just way too, it was, you know, the budget doesn't stretch to that for what eventually is going to be a storeroom,
Yeah,
you
we
know,
can't
up here. So,
justify that.
yeah, so I think the right choice was made,
Yeah.
and
Aesthetically, it looks great. I love it. So
Yeah.
that's good too.
it's not too bad.
That helps.
And we have been so lucky with the weather.
Oh my
This is
gosh.
day 4 of not a cloud in the sky. So holes are going to get drilled in this today. Then we have got the vapor barrier, which is going to go all the way over here. And essentially, once we put the vapor barrier on, really, it's actually in the dry. The rain can hit the vapor barrier and run off, and that'll be that. So yeah.
And this will be the view from the windows.
This will be the view from the window, but there won't be a gigantic, huge pile of insulation there.
That'll be good.
There's going to be a swimming pool somewhere around there.
Yeah, that's where we're going to put it. I
Yeah.
think.
Me and Pete were talking about how feasible it would be to make a slide that goes all the way over there into the swimming pool. We figured probably not that feasible.
Well, not within our budget. No.
No.
Bearing in mind this temporary nature of this house.
Yeah. So there we go.
We
There we
can
go.
dream.
Okay, right. Thanks for coming.
No problem.
Helle's bought a safety harness that I forgot this morning.
I've got to make sure you're safe.
She got to eat half of my morning croissant. Wow, it's a pain au chocolat with cookie dough, and then they smash a load of Nutella in there. They call it a cookie.
Cookie.
A cookie, and it's very delicious.
It is very delicious.
There we
A bit
go.
insane.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Shall we do it, Pete? have a little look around. Well, it's well packaged, so we can see that it's the right colour. Here.
This after all travel quite a long distance.
It has.
And they have several drops in Europe.
Yeah, I can imagine with that big truck. Nope, that's definitely not right.
Are you joking me? That's not RAL.
No.
Could be like just the edge of it.
Nah, that's the finish, mate.
Oh, bugger. That's not even remotely close to the RAL.
Wood effect.
Maybe that's the inside.
We don't want wood effect anywhere.
4. Dobrze, bo tu są w tym są szyby do tych 2 okien. Bo zobacz, tu nie masz tych dużych okien, szyb nie masz, nie? Zobacz, masz puste. Masz puste tu, nie? Zobacz. Tu nie masz w ogóle szyb, bo byście tego nie wstawili za cholerę.
Ja rozumiem, ale chodzi
Tak.
o kolor ram.
Ale ta rama będzie do wyrzucenia. Wy tylko szybę z niej wyciągniecie i szybę wstawicie w to. Tu masz ramę, tą główną. A to jest tylko po prostu tak, żeby szyby nie były w tym tutaj.
Aha, że w tym szyba jest,
Tak, szybę z tego wyciągnięcie.
że to do wyrzucenia.
To jest do wyrzucenia.
Na pewno.
Na
I tak
pewno.
samo ta?
Tak.
I tak samo ta?
Tak.
To tylko dla transportu to wstawiacie.
Dla
spaces.
transportu, bo byście tu tego nie wstawili razem.
It's spaces.
No, it's for glass. Just they installing this glass, so you have to, because you can see there is not fully beaded.
So we just throw them away afterwards?
Kurwa!
Bo zobacz, jak masz
Super, dzięki jeszcze
Dzięki.
raz.
Thank you, pal. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Safe travels. Santé.
Santa.
Wow, not a bad week. The roof looks good, doesn't it? What do you reckon, Pete?
Oh, yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah.
2 weeks time, weather permitted, we will be done and dusted.
Yeah. Next week we obviously finish putting the vapor barrier on, and there's like bits of OSB to go on top of the dormer roofs, things like that. Let's just hope we have some good weather, eh?
Fingers crossed.
Okay. Welcome to all the new subscribers. There are quite a few of you. That's always nice to see. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please think about doing it now. That'd be very, very good. See you in the next one.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Cheers.